make it a little bit different and maybe something that you haven't been exposed to before are the ideas of a mantra, and then mudra, which is a hand gesture in yoga, and then also a kriya. So kind of listen for those 3 words as your learning curve today in Kundalini. This practice is generally for someone who's a little bit more spiritually inclined. They like the idea of mind, body, and spirit and connecting with maybe a higher power or the energy within themselves. So as we go through practice today, more than just the physical movements, focus a little bit more on how these movements make you feel and maybe even what they make you think, what's coming up in your mind. So let's start by just rubbing our palms together, building heat. Something that you might want in today's practice, I highly recommend actually, is a bolster or a blanket. You can see that I'm sitting on mine right now. It's a good way to start our practice. And then we'll use it again at the end of practice as well. Other than that, we don't really need a whole lot for practice today. Can you feel the warmth in your hands? Good. Go ahead and close your eyes and just place these hands over your eyes and notice what happens. Should be pretty calming. This is really good for dry eyes, believe it or not. If you're ever on like a long flight in an airplane, this is a great thing to do. And then release. Good. Connecting with that energy inside of us a little bit. We can start with our hands at heart center. Sometimes our thumbs can connect here right into our breastbone, just reminding us of the heart connectedness. We're going to start with a mantra. Now, mantras used in Kundalini Yoga are far and wide, and they generally have a home in Sanskrit. And always feel free to ask the instructor, what is the meaning of this? What am I saying? But today we're just going to stick with the word Om. You may have heard that in yoga before. It's a way of not only connecting with our heart center, but connecting our heart center with our mind, and also connecting into the physical presence by doing that vocalization of Om. And I'm going to teach you the right way to do it today. So even though Om is typically written O-M, it's not Om, Om, right? That's not how we chant it. We chant it from our throat, through our mouth, and then to our lips, designed to stimulate all those things that are involved in our breathing and even our talking. So it's actually ah, oh, and to end. Listen to me do it once and then we'll do it together. Big breath in. Letting it resonate. Let's do 3 of these together. Big breath in. Keeping our thumb and our pinky together, opening the rest of our fingers out wide, gazing into our hand, just kind of reflecting on this energy. This is called a mudra, a hand gesture. This is the Padma mudra, lotus flower, designed to bring peace and connectedness from the physical self to the inner self. And release. Very nice. Roll the shoulders back, sitting up tall. We're going to take our hands to our shoulders for our first kriya. This is a simple spinal twist. You're going to inhale as you move to the left and exhale as you move to the right. You can do nose mouth, like, or nose nose. and you can go at your speed. So start slow, and then you can speed up to whatever level helps you feel connected. And now if it makes you dizzy to go side to side, just keep the head forward, but ideally we'll move the head with the body. Continue. Inhale, exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing center, hands down, eyes closed. Kriya linking 2 movements, one with an inhale, one with an exhale, moving a little bit faster than you would normally expect in yoga, following it with a pose of stillness to just feel that energy through our body. Good. Hands down. Let's move into some spinal rolls. So we're going to drop forward and then roll, kind of rounding the back as far as we want to go, dropping and rolling nice and slow, just letting the breath come evenly, warming up the warming up the body. Maybe I had like infants on the brain. I don't know. That was kind of a weird error. And then let's switch. Let's go the other direction. Take one more big roll. And then sitting up tall. Now, I like to switch my feet at this point. You don't have to, but sometimes I feel like I get used to sitting one direction. So I want to switch. I'm going to move to the side to demo this next Kriya. So this is a spinal flexion. We're going to exhale and round, really roll everything, kind of like the thing I tell you generally don't do in yoga, but we're going to really round everything out. Exhale, and as we inhale, we come through, we pull our chest through, gazing up slightly. Exhale, inhale. And again, go as fast or as slow as you want. Moving through the whole spine and the pelvis. You can feel the pelvis tilting, tucking under, tilting away. For 3, 2, and 1. Sitting tall. Good. Notice my feet went right back to their normal position. One hand goes out softly on the ground, letting the other hand come over for a lateral flexion. Just finding that gentle, still pose again. And then to the other side. Good. We have one more thing here in a seated position. Now this is our breath practice. You may have noticed we don't do the breath practice right at the beginning because we had that Om to warm up our throat. We had the Kriyas to kind of get our breath flowing. Now we're going to try something called skull shining, our Kapalabhati breathing, very specific to Kundalini Yoga. You'll also see it in things. Some hot yogas use it. Bikram yoga uses it. There's a couple other styles, or maybe you've just been taught this before. But it's a quick, fast exhale designed to stimulate the internal organs and all of the muscles in our core, front and back. So you'll inhale. As you exhale, exhale quickly and through the nose. Yeah? Try it a couple times with me. You can even put your hands on your belly and feel it. Good. Now you can stay slow like that, or you can speed up to the point where the inhale becomes passive, right? You're exhaling so quickly and so forcefully that naturally air comes into your lungs. If you get dizzy, maintain the position, slow down the breath to something normal until you feel like going again. Our arms are coming up to the side, thumbs up, reaching to the sky, then pulling those shoulder blades back down our back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then begin to speed it up. Remember, if you get dizzy, to just go back to normal breathing. Maintain this thumbs up position, lifted, shoulder blades back. Continue. Four, three, 2, 1. Big inhale, relax. Exhale, relax, hands come down. You should feel the heat in the body. Perfect. When you're ready, moving on to all fours. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips. And if you need padding here, you can double up the mat to put your knees on. That feels nice sometimes, but you don't have to, or you can use your blanket. If you have a blanket out, you can make it a little flatter. From here, dropping the belly through to cow. Just going to appreciate it for a minute, bringing the head up and lifted. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, rounding back to the sky. Exhale for cat. And these slow, easy motions are going to become our next Kriya. So we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And again, if slow and easy feels good to you, don't feel like you need to speed these up. If you want to, find your speed. For 3, 2, and 1. Holding neutral, big inhale. Exhale, sitting back, opening the knees nice and wide to child's pose. You can let the arms extend. You can let the head come down to the mat. You can breathe. Again, you have a bolster here if you'd rather rest the head on that. Every time we find the stillness after a Kriya, feeling how it feels in our body, feeling the energy that we've created, that's what Kundalini is all about, is this energy and this life force. When you're ready, back into all fours. This time, let's take our right leg back. We're just going to kind of sink into the calf for a minute and then come off of it and roll through the toes. You can see I'm stretching out through the bottom of my foot, in through my calf, sending that heel back, sliding that heel in. It's a little kind of stretch and release. And then finding a neutral position, lifting the leg, zipping the belly so we're all neutral here in the spine. And then we're going to exhale, knee to nose, or close, doesn't have to touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, there's our Kriya. Exhale. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, release, sit back for a minute. Good. You can kind of roll through the wrists, shake it out here. Whatever we need to do. Breathe, because we still need to do the other side. You may notice too with the knees coming in like this, all of this is designed to stimulate organs, different glands, even to the point of helping regulate our, not only our nervous system, but like our hormone balance, and turn off things like a hyperactive amygdala, for example, that makes us feel anxious and stressed out. The things that we're doing, especially speaking of a hyperactive amygdala, that Om that we do in the beginning can help turn that down and regulate it a little bit so we feel less stress and anxiety, even though the movements are faster. So very, very much the practice that links physical and mental. They'll speak a lot of energy and energetic. That's the physical. Feeling that again within our body. Let's try the other side. So hands down, knees down, bringing back your opposite leg. If you're with me, that's the left leg, sliding the heel back and coming forward. Sliding and forward. Just feeling the back of that leg wake up just a little bit. Holding this here, lifting the leg, and beginning. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, knees down. We're going to sit the hips to one side. Just kind of stretching and looking back. And then shifting, sitting the hips to the other, looking back. Just stretching the outside of the hips. If your wrists are kind of not okay with this, they've been doing a lot, feel free to sit back and just rest your wrists. You don't have to do this. It's just a way of loosening up the outside of the hips. One more time. Back to center. Sitting back, wrist circles. Very nice. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Hands flat, putting the tailbone up to the sky, letting the head hang and push through. I realize a lot of times I'm bringing my head forward in down dog, typically because I'm looking at a note or something as I'm teaching. And I have noticed in the past other practitioners start to do that just if they're new. So if you find yourself trying to look forward, I want you to look back at your kneecaps. Look back at your shins. Maybe even using your thighs. Then when you're ready, you're going to take your time walking your hands back to your feet. Bending your knees as you can. Forward bend, and we're going to let ourselves slowly roll up. Now, I rarely do this, but I want you to tuck the belly and bend the knees deeply, rolling through the spine. Good. We are going to go through Surya Namaskar, or sun salutation, in this practice. You're going to see 2 full rounds with some work in between. Inhale, reaching to the sky, maybe taking a little deeper back bend if you want. Exhale, swan dive down, flat back to a forward bend. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, right leg back to a low lunge. This time giving you the option, foot down, of reaching to the sky if you'd like. Exhale. Inhale here, lift the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your plank. You know where you need to be. Exhale, elbows rub the side, your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. We're going to bend the knees here. And then you're going to walk your feet forward to a forward bend. A little different. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Exhale, mountain. Good. Inhale, full sun. Exhale, swan dive to a forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, stepping that left leg back, dropping the knee, breathing through as we reach. Another big inhale here. Exhale, lift the knee. And on our next exhale, back to down dog. Good. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, or maybe you want to go all the way into cobra, or all the way into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now, bend your knees, kind of shift the weight to the hands, get a little bouncy if you want. You can see how far you can bounce those feet in, and it might just be a couple inches at first, and you can work on that. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, sitting into chair. Good. Inhaling up and exhaling into chair, a little chair flow. Lots of heat. Now I'm going to offer you an option for a little bit more of an advanced Kundalini pose, Kriya here. But it's a lot for your knees, it's a lot for your ankles, and you might not be there today. Let me show you where you might choose to go with your toes out a little bit. We bend over to a forward bend and let our hands come center, knees out, heels up. Let me make sure you can see all that. Good. Inhale here. As we exhale, heels come down, forward bend. This is the frog Kriya. Inhale. Exhale. From the side. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And remember, where else can you be? You can be. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Together, no matter where you are. Inhale. Coming up. Good. Second and last round of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reaching. You're going to see a little different pose. Exhaling, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, right leg back to a low lunge. Heel comes down, this time lifting all the way into warrior one. Exhale, low lunge. When you're ready, stepping to a downward facing dog and taking it through your half salutation. Inhale, plank, hover, back bend, and down dog. I call it half salutation sometimes. You can also hear it called your vinyasa. When you're ready, try to get some energy and see, wasn't too far, but that was pretty good. Hop forward into your forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, mountain. You can always walk forward too. You don't have to jump. I just like to offer some options. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, diving. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back. And then all the way up to warrior one, holding here. We've got a standing Kriya coming. Opening, legs out to the side. We're going to go through it slow, and I want you to listen to your body. Inhale, toes point out, arms point out, knees can stay a little soft if you want them to. We don't want to create any pain on or behind our knees. As we exhale, we tap, we windmill down, one arm up, one arm down, and tap somewhere on our leg. Inhale up to center. Exhale, and it can be this. Woo, hello. Don't make yourself fall. Exhale and inhale. Apparently it's a little harder balance-wise to do this shorter one. And as you get warmer, you can come here. Feet can, probably that would have helped me if I brought my feet closer together. Exhale, inhale. And this can be slow. It can be little, right? It can be bent knee to protect those knees. There's so many things we can do here. Moving at a pace that doesn't make us dizzy. Inhale, hold. Back into warrior one, nice and slow. Exhale down to a low lunge. And step back to a downward facing dog. Good, holding here, breathing. Inhale to all fours. And exhale, sitting back. Now you can stay seated like this. You can also add a bolster in between, right? Or you could just come to an easy seated pose. This is probably my favorite, the bolster in between. We're going to work with another Kriya, this time mainly focus on the arms. Our last one seated, then we're going to go down to the ground and do a little bit more. We're going to reach out, both fists forward. This is very empowering. As we exhale, we pull both fists in and elbows back. So, now as you exhale, try to pull that belly nice and tight from the pelvic floor. Our thighs are closed, so squeeze them. If you're sitting like this, squeeze and like suck everything from your knees all the way up to your heart. Pull that energy all the way up. All right? Inhale, exhale. Option nose or mouth. Can you speed it up a little? Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach. And relax. Y'all, I have built up so much heat in this practice. I love it. A little bit of sweat, a little bit of warmth through the cheeks. It's a good feeling to not, sometimes we build up this heat because we're doing so much, but we're not moving through a massive amount of poses in these Kriyas. We're taking two, putting them together, building heat through the energy and the physicality of our self. It's beautiful. Let's go down to the ground. Let's keep our bolster close. We're going to start on our back. Oop, hello, clip. With a little bit of bridging. So inhale here. As we exhale, tuck, roll up. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale. Exhale. Again, moving at your own pace. At this point, you might find that you have a faster pace and that feels good to you, or that you have a slower pace. You decide. There's no number that we have to hit. We're just going for time and listening to our body. Let's go for 2. Last one, wherever we are. Inhale, lower, and hold. Good. Feet out about hip width. Let them drop to one side. Take our arms to a T, pick our head up and look to the other. Little twist. Also letting the outside of the hips get a little relief. And back to center. Knees go the other direction. Pick our head up, turn, and look to the other side. Good. Coming back to center. Last Kriya, final Kriya of the class, using the bolster. Now you can do this without a bolster, but I find that it's much easier, especially as we're beginning to learn some of these Kundalini poses, and it's the end of the practice. Our abdominal muscles have been used quite a bit. They might be tired, but having this bolster kind of helps us. We're going to lift both legs, and we have that little bit of a tilt here. In fact, you could even, if you wanted to, you could use a yoga block underneath the bottom. And our goal is to try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Inhale, lowering one as low as we like to go before it becomes a bent leg. Inhale, exhale, scoop and pull. Inhale, exhale, scoop and pull. One more each leg. Bring the knees in, hug, kind of rock them side to side. Moving the bolster out to the side. Quick little Shavasana. This is not where we're meditating today. This is just to feel the energy moving through our body. Inhaling and exhaling. Then we're going to roll to the side and push up to seated. Now you might want your bolster again. You can also choose to go up against a wall here if you'd like for the meditation, but we are doing a seated meditation today. This meditation, actually, when I did the last class of my initial yoga certification, the 200 hours, I was with a group for the whole 4 days that we were working together. And a woman, and her name is Gail Crouch. She's a writer out of Charleston, and I actually haven't talked to her in years, so I should probably see what she's up to these days. But she wrote a meditation based on energy centers of the body, our chakras, and you may have heard of them called chakras before. They're just considered points along the spine that hold energy that radiates out to certain parts of the body, right? And it's been a yogic philosophy for years and years. But the way we're seeing kind of modern medicine and how things are controlled by a spinal cord, there's some interesting parallels that we're seeing with the energy in the spine and then where it controls the body, like what part of the body is controlled by that part of the spinal cord leading up to the brain. So Kundalini is very much energy focused. I thought this would be a great time to read about our chakras. So I'm going to be giving you their name in English and then also the name in Sanskrit. So if you hear a word you don't understand, I'll be saying it beforehand in English, and it means the same thing. So allow yourself to sit wherever you'd like to sit and let your eyes close, listening to this beautiful meditation. Sitting comfortably, feeling rooted to the earth. Feeling the warmth, energy, and connection to the earth. Start to bring that energy up into the body, into the base of the body, anything you can feel touching the ground or whatever you're sitting on. That's our first chakra, base of our spine. The root chakra, called Muladhara, root chakra. Now envision that warmth spinning into a bright white light. Feel that light move up into the second chakra, into the pelvis, the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana, sacral chakra. This is our seat of desire, energy, passion, and creativity. Imagining in our pelvis a bowl of water, the pelvic floor, and let the light dance across the water. Now let the light rise to the third chakra, the solar plexus, right below the ribs, right around the belly button. Manipura, solar plexus chakra. This is the seat of our personal power, expansiveness, and growth. Let the light warm the solar plexus like the light of the sun. Now let the light enter the fourth chakra, the center of the chest, the heart chakra, Anahata, heart chakra. The seat of love, compassion, and home to our true selves. Embrace the light. Let it fill our hearts and pulse with our heartbeat. Now let the white light rise to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, Vishuddha, the throat chakra. The seat of expression. Let the light give energy to our voices so that we may speak our truth. Now let the light rise to our sixth chakra, our third eye chakra, right in the center of our forehead, Andhra, third eye chakra. Let this light illuminate our inner selves and guide our vision. And now the light rises to the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, Sahasrara, the crown chakra. The 1,000-petaled lotus, pure consciousness, our connection to the universe just outside our own body. And let this light radiate out of our crown to join the universe. Imagine this connection being made with anyone and anything, a person, a place, a ceremony, an animal, a home, a space in nature, your yoga mat, your mind. Again, take a moment to enjoy this connectedness. Now let's begin to draw light back into the crown of the head. A softer light now. Let it flow to the third eye, to the throat, continuing until it rests in the heart. keeping this light in our heart here. And like a candle, allowing a soft glow to shine on the wisdom in our hearts from this practice. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath in, let it go. And thank you for your practice.